Hello everyone, this is TobeTada with another video of crypto trading. Thanks for checking by and let's dive right in. So let's have a look at Bitcoin today, and we saw in the last video that basically we had an upward movement here. It's been a couple of days since I made a video, so I think the price in the last video was somewhere around here. And we were saying that we're basically in this B movement coming from the major correction of an A, B, and a C movement here. And so we're expected to be now in this C movement. And if we look at the previous cycle, we can see that this was basically seen here as the A, B, and the C movement. So if the pattern holds, and that is an if of course, we're expected to actually continue this downward trend that we've been seeing here, and it's expected to go down here basically probably until here. We can, for example, have a look at this time period from this peak until when the cycle ended, which was around here, which is about 30 days. So if we basically do the same thing for this cycle, it is basically, this is the peak, and we can go 30 days and we'll reach this point here. So this is the expected price in about another, I guess, 25 days or so. And you can also see that the momentum here of the B movement was not strong enough to break through this resistance line. And of course, this is the resistance line coming from the symmetrical triangle. You can see here, we connected the peaks here, and this gave us a resistance here. And we were talking about that in the previous video, that there was the possibility of the price moving upward and remaining here, and you can see the momentum was not great enough, and instead it hovered around 4,000 price mark, and indeed it declined another couple of percent, and now it hovers around the 3,940 price mark. So I definitely expect the B movement to be finished, and that we're now in this C movement here. And you can see in the last cycle that this was marked rather sharply here by this downward movement of about 10%. I think this won't be as extreme this time. We'll probably continue to fall here around 3,800, perhaps then stabilize a little bit, and then perhaps fall even to the 3,700 area, then perhaps recovering somewhat, and then probably going down to 3,700 seems to be the area the price will be going to stabilize before we're going to very likely see the third cycle, and the third cycle of course being in this area here. And you can see this is going to be interesting because this symmetrical triangle is basically coming to a close here, and I expect that the movement, if this pattern will hold here, that we'll see somewhat of a repetition that we saw in the second cycle. And so after reaching this low of about 3,700, I think we're going to see a rather strong increase again before perhaps again declining. And then at this point I'd suggest that we'll probably here, so we'll have another breakout through this triangle. And you can see this is exactly what happened in the second cycle. If I move this resistance line here and we connect these peaks here, this is exactly what we saw here. It broke through the symmetrical triangle back there. And so if we basically extend this, we get a very, very similar pattern here, if you can see that. So this is basically the general idea of how the price will probably unfold. Of course, this is a probability. We'll have to see what the price does in the next couple of days and weeks. This is somewhat of a long-term outlook. So thanks for checking by, and see you in the next video. Bye.